Right now, the camp for 306 is going really good. I mean, we've been bringing in so many different sparring partners, guys that are short, orthodox wrestlers who are faster than Merab. The camp has been very good. I mean, we're working with Bryce Meredith. He was a three-time NCAA All-American, two-time NCAA finalist. So he's very strong. He's also 7-0 in MMA. Very strong, very good grappler. And working with also Taquino Mendez. And the main focus is keeping Sean healthy. So he shows up healthy on that night, and his legs and his heart and his lungs are ready to go for 25 minutes if needed.
As a coach, just how good is Merab in your opinion?
Merab is an absolute animal. He's on a 10-fight win streak for a reason. He beat guys like Peter Yan. Anybody who can beat up Peter Yan for 25 minutes, not necessarily beat him up, but control him and not have him beat you up for 25 minutes is an absolute animal. He beat Jose Aldo. He beat Henry Cejudo. He threw around Henry Cejudo like Henry almost didn't even know how to wrestle. So he's an absolute freak show. And he's got a gas tank that makes everyone nervous. Like, he can push the pace. It's almost a freak of nature how hard he can push the pace for 25 minutes. So he's the #1 contender for a reason, and he's a serious threat. So we're taking him very seriously.
What style of fighter do you think is Merab's kryptonite?
I think Merab's kryptonite, I think we're going to find out. I think it's going to be the tall, lanky, fast striker who can keep their distance so well. And he's so fast, and he has so much confidence in all 4 of his limbs. And he can hit you from when you're not even prepared to be hit. His eyes are so good. His reaction time is so good. And I think that's going to be Merab's kryptonite because he does load up. The stuff he's doing isn't very secret. He loads up on his shots, and he's going to telegraph a lot of his things. And Sean's an absolute sniper. And his confidence is higher than it's ever been. So if Merab is able to take out Sean, I mean, all props to him. But he's going to have to eat some serious shots to be able to even get to him.
Mm. Sean's obviously been having a little bit of back and forth with Merab, but there's been a few other guys that have as well, including yourself, Schmitty, for example. Were you surprised that got under his skin with regards to the nose comment?
I don't think it was the nose comment. I think he saw the video of me saying, "Aljo, you gotta go," and that really made him mad. And I don't know if he I don't know what he thought about it. He's from a different culture, so I don't know what he thought about it, and I think he was really upset about that. But at the end of the day, if he's smart enough to think about it, say Aljo does beat Sean, then he might not be fighting for the title. So, I mean, he got mad about that. He's a different dude.
I was talking to John Wood about this fight, Merab's coach, and he was saying that he expects this to be a 5-round fight with Merab winning by decision. What's the likelihood of this fight, in your opinion, going to a decision?
I would be very impressed if Merab was able to make this fight go to decision. I would, because Sean, like I said, is a sniper, and Sean is quite a bit taller than him, and Sean can punch a lot farther away than he's going to be. And all these guys he's fighting are orthodox strikers who stand there flat-footed Muay Thai style, so it's easy to get on their legs. Sean is more side to side, moving, switching southpaw, switching orthodox, backing up. He can knock people out backing up, which not many people can do in the UFC, and he's a 135er that can do it. So I think it's I don't think it's going to go to the distance. I think Sean's going to knock him out.
What kind of coaches have you looked up to in your career?
I've had so many different coaches in my career, all the way from my high school wrestling coach who had such a big impact on me, my first MMA coach in Montana, a guy named Matthew Powers, and then Matt Linland when we were in Team Quest in Oregon. Then I had Robert Fallis, who was an absolute legend, and then I had a coach named John Crouch, and then Taquino Mendez, who is my professor in jiu-jitsu. The coaches I've had are just they're so high level, and I've learned so much from them, and everything I know is all from them.
There's a lot happening in the bantamweight division at the moment, right? It's like, without question, probably the best division, in my opinion at least, in the UFC at the minute. You got so many good rising stars coming through, climbing that hill, getting ready to knock on Sean's door. One in particular, Umar Nurmagomedov. How did you think he did against his fight with Corey?
Yeah, Umar Nurmagomedov is a serious problem. I mean, he's a serious problem for anyone. He's very athletic, and he not only can, all those guys can grapple like freaks. They're just so freakishly strong. Their wrestling is so good, and he's not only just relying on his wrestling, he's a very good striker too. He's got very versatile kicks. He's southpaw. He can throw question mark with his lead leg. He can throw teeps. He's a very dangerous fight. Because he can win the fight anywhere. And but I do still see holes, and I still do see ways Sean can frustrate him and be faster than him and knock him out also.
What do you make to his striking for a Dagestani with big wrestling ties?
His striking is so impressive, but so many of the guys on his team have really impressive striking. Usman Nurmagomedov, he's very sharp. He's got very fast, like karate-style kicks. Islam Makhachev, he's a great boxer, southpaw boxer, and you just see how good and comfortable he's getting. So that whole team is a bunch of freak shows for sure.
Yeah, and it must be kind of exciting for you to be going, if that fight was next, to be going head to head as a coach against somebody like Khabib as well, right? Does that excite you, trying to get a defeat over somebody who's as iconic as Khabib?
Yeah, I mean, right now I haven't even thought about that at all. We have Merab in front of us, and it's such an important fight, and fighting is so just up and down, and the better man doesn't always win, so it's important that we show up on that night. So I'm not really thinking past Merab very much, but if we do get past Merab and have to fight that guy, I mean, that is a huge challenge, and that's what gets Sean most excited, is these huge challenges that no one thinks he can do, like Umar, or like Ilia Topuria, or like Max Holloway. Those would get him motivated nowadays. Absolutely.
Who do you think's a more exciting fight for Sean? Is it Ilia or Max?
I think Ilia or Max is just such a huge, crazy, exciting, but also very scary fight, because you might not leave there the same person with those guys.
Yeah.
Those guys are experts at what they do, and Ilia knocks people out cold. Max Holloway beats the piss out of people, now knocks people out cold. So both those guys are very scary. So it's exciting, but also like, holy smokes, it's crazy. So we really got to just, in those fights, just focus on what we're good at, focus on our advantages, and that's it.
Yeah, beautiful. Just talk to me a little bit about the gym here, how you formed it, and the talent coming through at the moment.
It was really crazy how the whole gym got formed, because I was teaching a jiu-jitsu program at one of my professor's affiliates, and it was a boxing gym, and they dropped the jiu-jitsu program entirely. So I was like, gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Before that, I was teaching the amateur team at the MMA lab, and then I went to teach that jiu-jitsu program. They cut the program, and then I was able to rent a $900 mechanics garage, just a dumpy garage, and I took, I think, 15 students over there. So I had 15 students, and then it grew quickly into like 80 students, so I bumped up to a 2,000 square foot gym, the one that you came to before, and now we got this gym, which is about probably in total close to 8,000 square feet. The main room's 5,000 square feet, extra room's 2,200 square feet, and then we have the coffee shop too. So the gym has turned into a pretty crazy thing. Now I think I have a little over 300 members, and it's a dream come true. It really is, having this group of people in this community, and I've seen the way jiu-jitsu and martial arts have changed so many people's lives. Just in the last 5 years I've been a head coach, and I absolutely love it, and it's the best job in the world.
Yeah, it looks like it is. How do you see this place evolving in the next 5 to 10 years?
See, I keep thinking about what I want with the gym, and it's just, you can see how people get caught up, and once you see the money rolling and you see how people get caught up and obsessed with that, well, let's see how much money I can make. Let's see if I can get thousands and thousands of students. But right now, for me, I'm just trying to enjoy the moment, give my students all I can. I still know all their names. It's still like a mom and pop shop, and I really like that compared to some big corporate gym. So it's really kind of up in the air what's going to happen with the gym, but right now just enjoying where I'm at.
Beautiful. And last question, just give me a prediction on 306.
UFC 306, I truly believe in my heart that Sean's going to knock Merab out.
First, second, third?
I think the first round's going to be kind of slow. I think Merab's going to be very careful of diving in that first round, similar to Aljo. Second round, I think he's going to try to make something happen, and it might be a second round KO, but it very well could be a first round KO.